Alright, there we go. Sorry, I had some mic issues. Welcome everyone to the ARCS Ignition series here at Pocono Speedway. A tricky triangle. We have 18 cars tonight out on track. Noah Belleville is going to be starting first. Jonathan Adams will be starting second. Edward Marshall third. Zach McBride fourth. Brandon Fetterplace sixth. Brandon Fetterplace fifth. Brendan Proudfoot sixth. Seth Wansing seventh. Austin Mongold eighth. Matthew Leiter ninth. Alyssa Sharp 10th. Thomas Andrews 11th. Bianca Constantinu 12th. Tristan Catania 13th. Mark Delia 14th. Dale Markowski 15th. John Smill 16th. Patrick Allen Jr. 17th. And Jerry LeGrand will be starting in 18th position. 45 laps here tonight at Pocono Speedway. 74 car, which is actually the 16 of Edward Marshall. So we have a few number differences. We'll keep an eye on those tonight. I think Matthew Leiter also may actually be in the 83 car, but he's being shown as a 75. So a couple cars out there showing as one number, but you'll see a different number out on track. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go here through this race. 45 laps. They got one stage. Don't remember when the stage was, but we'll figure it out together. But they are going to be going green flag racing here as Noah Belleville already blinking a little bit. Pace truck comes off of turn 3. And we are green flag here, the ARCS Ignition Series at Pocono. Lap 1 of 45 coming into turn 1. Hopefully everybody keeps it clean and green here going into turn 1. And I am joined by my good friend Tommy Withers. Good to have you, buddy.
Hello, sir. Nice to be here.
Yeah. Hopefully this is a good race. We'll see. Maybe not too many cautions, but they're already 3 wide going into turn 2, so we'll see how it works here.
Oh,
didn't work well. Did not work well.
Sure.
Oh, 45's around 2. That was definitely looked like maybe 2 or 3 cars involved, but looks like we're keeping it green right now.
Yeah, they're debating on whether to throw the caution or not in race chatter. I think they're about to throw it, maybe.
Yep, still no caution thrown yet. Lap 2 of 45. Definitely looked like 2 or 3 involved, but
Yep.
luckily we have race chatter turned off, so we cannot hear any of the complaining going on, so I guess we'll keep it green.
3 car actually good lead here early in the race.
Nothing new for the 3 car, but Brandon Fetterplace and Seth Wansing, second and third, both A-squared drivers. We have a newcomer this week in Brandon Proudfoot running 5th right now. He is actually a pro driver over on the dirt side of things, so he's coming out here kind of showing his stuff. So running top 5 right now, pretty good run. Looks like Jonathan Adams comes down pit road. Not sure what happened there, but he's gonna have to come down pit road and lose a lot of time.
A lot of time, and these guys still have about 10 laps to go until the end of stage 1. So assuming he's the only car that goes a lap down, he might be okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Patrick Allen Jr. is already 1 lap down.
You hate to see.
You hate to see it. And it looks like Jonathan Adams just came through and served a drive-through. He did not stop in his box, so
Yeah.
must have had a penalty. Maybe he jumped the start on the restart there. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, shout out to Patrick Allen. Made it 3 laps, and he's already a lap down. And Jerry LeGrand is out of this race, doing Jerry LeGrand type things. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time he's joined a session and then not even made it into the race. So you hate to see that, but we'll keep an eye on Patrick Allen Jr. Hopefully he will be the only one lap down, and maybe he can get that lucky dog after the stage break.
Look, a single file throughout the field here. Not a lot of close battles going on, but Proudfoot's moved up one spot.
Yeah, Noah Belleville obviously kind of expected him to be probably one of the faster cars. Looks like the 28 of Zach McBride gets into the wall. That allows the 83 of Matthew Leiter and the 60 of Austin Mongol to get around that driver. But yeah, other than that, it is pretty much single file for the most part. Mark Delia back there in 12th right now in that 22 machine, trying to make his way back up to the front. But pretty tame so far, but I think after that first stage break, then things they're going to get a little crazy.
I agree, 100%. A little battle going on here. Fourth and fifth place. But I think everybody's kind of pacing right now, seeing what kind of car they have.
Yeah, and Seth obviously has a pretty good car. He moves into second, gets around Brandon Fetterplace. Brandon Proudfoot now in fourth, so he moved up one spot. Now actually in third, he gets by Brandon Fetterplace in that number 34 machine. So Brandon Proudfoot up to third. Seth Wansing about 1 second back from Noah Belleville. And you have John Smeal right now running in 13th. He is actually in a hotel right now on a controller and still running 13th. He's ahead of Patrick Allen Jr. and he said that was his goal today. So goal accomplished so far.
Noah's stretching his lead out here a little bit. Really getting around this track really good, but I think Seth and Fetterplace and Proudfoot might have a little something for him once they get back up.
Yeah, Seth's definitely closing in a little bit on Noah Belleville. Got it down to about 7/10 of a second. He was a little over a second back, a few laps ago, so looks like he has some speed in that 17 machine. Fetterplace kind of was able to get back around Brandon Proudfoot for third, so it could have been that Proudfoot just sent it a little too hard, used up the tires. He even said in the drivers meeting that he is not used to tire wear. He's used to dirt racing, and until that last update, dirt racing didn't have tire wear, so kind of a different ball game for him tonight, but still doing very well, running in fourth with pretty much little to no practice here at this track with these cars. So a good showing for the number 6 machine here tonight with Brandon Proudfoot.
Indeed, and as you said earlier, Seth's closing in here on the leader.
Yeah, he is now only 4/10 back from Noah Belleville. 3/10 because continuing to close. So we'll have to keep an eye. Noah could be saving his tires, could be saving some fuel, you never know. But definitely Seth is closing in on Noah here at Pocono. He said that he had turned some laps in the Cup car. He felt really comfortable here, and obviously that has transferred over to these Xfinity cars as Seth is running the leader down right now in that number 17 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet Camaro.
I got a chance to talk to Seth yesterday about this track, and he said this was his number 1 track besides Darlington. So expect him to be fast here. He likes his place. Seth likes the track.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Seth's usually fast everywhere we go, but yeah, I agree that there's a couple tracks that he excels at, even more than normal. And Pocono is definitely one of those. He's very good at Darlington. He's always been good at Nashville, Super Speedway. So, all of us drivers, we all have our tracks that we kind of have a liking, how it drives, and Seth definitely seems like he's got that thing dialed in, especially for the long run, as he's going to make a run here on Noah, and he's going to make the pass easily. You have, well, I say easily. Noah's he's battling there on the outside, but I think Seth should be in the good position coming into turn 1, but side by side coming to the line, lap 10 of 45.
Turn 3 is really that one turn of the 3 where you can really at least defend pretty well on the outside if you have to. I like the going turn 1 on the outside kind of helps too, so you can play a little defense depending on who's behind you, especially if you're out there. I think it like that.
Agreed, yeah, and that's exactly what Noah Belleville did. He ran that outside line, got the momentum coming off. Oh, Seth's going to give him a little bump there into the tunnel turn here in turn 2. And it actually slowed Seth up a little bit, but he's going to get a really good run off of turn 2 into turn 3. But again, that outside line is just really, really powerful in turn 3, especially if you're side by side. And this battling has now brought Brandon Fetterplace and Brandon Proudfoot into the conversation. So, and Quiet, there you see it on my screen there because I have Steam updates. Quiet is now playing VR chat. He has left this race, so he is out. 17th, turned 10 laps and has called it quits here at Pocono. So typical Quiet things.
Hey, you know, you love to see the dedication. I know he comes out here every week, hopes to give it his best, and most of the time he does. You know, he's here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and that is what he did tonight. Just came and ran his 10% and said, "I'm getting the hell out of here, and I'm going to go play some other games. So see y'all later." So good run for Quiet, 17th.
Seth making a move here on the bottom once again. We'll be defending.
Yep. And Fetterplace kind of pushing Seth, you know, or at least getting behind his draft here until right at turn 1. But now we have pretty much 4 cars under a blanket here battling for first. And Noah Belleville in that really good looking kind of silver gold chrome type number 3 car, but Seth is now in a good position going into the tunnel turn, being on the inside. 34 backs out just a little bit there, but Noah is not giving up yet. He is battling and fighting with everything he's got, and he's going to keep first. And now the 34 is going to go to the outside of the 17 of Seth Wansing.
Yeah, I think they're coming here to the white flag in stage 1. And if you're a 3 car, you know, you want to come out here and win it. Of those 4 cars, he's the only line battling for those points. So it's more important to him to be out front, coming to the white, checkered green and white flag, I guess, next time around. He's the one battling for points.
And there you see the 34 jumping to the bottom, but still just can't quite, you know, when you're stuck on the bottom, you really can't make a run on the outside driver. But Brandon Fetterplace doing his best to try and make a run here in the tunnel turn. And now Seth and Brandon Proudfoot right there. All 4 of these drivers just, like I said, under a blanket here as the stage will be ending here momentarily. This is a hell of a battle for the stage win.
Yeah, coming off turn 3. Oldie looks good. Belleville coming across here. Looks like he will hold off Brandon Fetterplace, Beth Wansing, and Brandon Proudfoot here. Stage 1.
Yep. Absolutely, as they've not thrown the caution yet, so maybe that wasn't stage break. Maybe it was 15. I don't know. I told the viewers I didn't know when the stage break was, so we would all find out together. But obviously that wasn't it, so we'll try one more. I'm thinking into lap 15. I'm thinking coming to lap 16 probably is the stage break. But we'll see. We'll keep y'all updated as we find out information, because I didn't hear it in the drivers' meeting, and I was in there and I was paying attention, and I still couldn't tell you when the lap was. And Seth almost makes contact with Noah Belleville in that 3 car, but These top four
So
are
the 34
definitely really
powered to the
fast.
lead there. Yeah, 34 powered to the lead there that last lap. I don't know if Moldy's finally his tires are starting to give up all that defending he's been doing. But 34 powered's good here.
Yeah, I think him just having a run on the outside there for honestly about 2 or 3 laps in a row, you know, just really used up his tires, and now Fetter Place is starting to pull away from Noah Belleville, and you can see Seth's trying to get around him now. I think Noah Belleville desperately needs 4 good years after this stage break, as you can tell he's holding up Seth and Brandon Proudfoot. Definitely fast on the get-go, but long run wise, Noah Belleville seems to be struggling a little bit, at least with these, top 4 cars.
Man, it looks like Seth's having a hard time passing cars as they catch him, but when he catches them, he has a hard time getting around them. Maybe his car is not quite handling how he wants it.
Yeah.
That could play factor here later on in the race.
Yeah, it could be a huge deal, and obviously I was wrong too, so we're still green flag racing. Maybe it's end of 20, 18, 20. Hell, we don't know. We're flying by the seat of our pants up here in the booth. We have no communication, so we'll just say maybe end of 18, end of 20. We'll see.
Better Places opened it up here.
Mm-hmm.
Second, looking pretty good.
Yeah, out to a second lead, and yeah, like I said, I think Seth and Brandon Proudfoot are trying to get around Noah, but they just can't seem to make the pass. And I mean, you can tell Noah's definitely holding them up. I mean, but it's just really, he's actually closing in on these top 4 here as well.
I'm hearing lap 18 here. Completion of lap 18 is the end of stage 1. So it looks like one more lap to go.
At least we figured it out. That's all that's important.
Yeah, good job by Schmiel. Controller tonight out of town.
Yeah.
Staying on the lead lap here.
Yeah, Zach McBride 1 lap down right now, and then Patrick Allen and Jerry LeGrand both out of this race early on. So only 16 cars on track, only 15 of those on the lead lap. John Smeal still on the lead lap. He said he was going to just run his 10% and quit this race, but I think now that he's seeing some of these cars drop out and having issues, I think he's kind of sticking around to see if he can't maybe get a top 12 or something out of this with being out of town and on a controller and on a laptop from the 1950s. So, and there is the stage. So we finally got it right. Brandon Fetter Place is your stage winner. Noah Belleville second. Seth Wansing third. Brandon Proudfoot fourth. And Thomas Andrews closes out the top 5. So good stage. No cautions. Pretty clean racing. So hopefully we'll see more of that in the next portion of this race.
Yeah, everybody ran a clean race, a clean stage. Realized that can't win it on the first lap. Avoided chaos minus maybe what should have been a caution early and then turn 2 there early in the opening laps. But probably for the best. No harm, foul. Everybody stays on the lead lap and pit crews get to shine here. Drivers get the marks and
yeah, it was definitely close. It looked like maybe 2 cars involved, but kind of hard to tell from our angle, and obviously, everybody on track can see a little bit better than we can. So they decided it was not a caution. They were going to keep it green, and that's what they did. So I would assume here that everyone's going to come down pit road and get 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles and a full tank of Sunoco fuel as we come into lap 20 of 45 here. Under caution, as soon as we get done with pit stops here, we'll have a word with our in-race reporter, Seth Wansing. So we'll pull him down here in just a minute, but we'll let him finish up his pit stops before we pull him in here. I never noticed all the orange cones on pit road. That's crazy. There's like 56 orange cones on pit road, so never noticed that before here at Pocono.
Nope, I don't know why they're there. Perhaps no one will. Somebody misses our mark in pit road here, but
Yeah, somebody blew through their stall bad. Very, very bad. So
very bad here as they adjust. Looks like the 60 car, maybe Austin Mongold. As Moldy, Noah Bevel looks like he will win the race off pit road and regain the lead.
yeah, he's been having really good pit stops pretty much all year long. So and I just got an update from my endurance team that I'm supposed to be a part of, and we're in 29th, 12 laps down. And we started at 6 p.m. I told Matthew Kent I'd be able to, run some time after, I got done broadcasting. But it looks like we're in rough shape already, so no worries if I wreck the car, because we're already in deep doo-doo as it is.
Who needs practice when you're 20 laps down?
Hey, I just bought the track like 15 minutes ago, so we'll see how it works. But anyway, let's see if we can get a word with Seth Wansing here. Seth Wansing, this is Ryan Pennell in the booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha, Ryan.
Well, tell us about that first stage. Looked like you had something there for Noah, and then kind of looked like he held everybody up. And Better Place was able to get around y'all. I know you're coming to the choose cone now, but was Noah kind of holding y'all up, or was it just kind of hard to pass?
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by the choose.
I saw that. Yeah, that was a late move.
Yeah, the 6 came up way late, but whatever. Just lost a row, but oh well. Yeah, I got a really fast number 17 HendrickCars.com Chevy. It's just I was trying to take care of Noah, and when you're getting pinched like that, I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. It's just trying to save your stuff still, and trying not to hit the guy on top of you, but still try to get the lead. But we definitely got something here. Just gotta be patient and get the job done. Brandon's fast and Proudfoot is fast. Just gotta stay calm and cool and collective, and kind of methodically make my way back up here. After losing a row here, but it might be better for me that way. I can say my stuff a little bit more, but hope we're putting on a show for everybody watching, and for you, Ryan. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race. Go try and get you a podium finish, or try and win this damn thing.
I think I can win it. We're gonna try.
All right. See you, buddy.
All right.
Alright, that was Seth Wansing, our in-race reporter. Had to move him up like 18 chats, so I couldn't find his chat, but we're good now as they're going back green. Only 24 to go here at the line. Withers, this is where it gets, I think this is where people are going to start running each other over here in turn 1, but we'll see what happens. Oh, they're already, one car was on the outside at the start-finish line.
Yeah, they went caution free in stage 1. I don't envision it moving.
Yeah, I don't either, as Belleville has some blinking issues up there in the front. All good. Everybody's still pointed the right way so far, but that tunnel turn is a tough turn, especially with everyone all on top of each other. So we'll see what happens here going into the tunnel turn. Dale Markowski must have took 2 or something. He's in 3rd right now, and was.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, he was back in the back, so he's going to be in the way here a little bit for some of these faster guys that took 4.
Yeah, and Seth is not going to want to see that here as he fights again on the bottom coming to the line. Oh, Seth's around hard inside wall contact.
Oh, Zach McBride pulled a Casey Kane. about jumped the fence there.
Yeah,
Casey.
he's stuck on the fence.
Yeah. Oh, he's off of it. He's good. Casey Canes was coming out of turn 1, I think. That one was coming out of turn 3 on the front straightaway. And yeah, that was rough right there. Let's oops, that's not what I meant to hit. Sorry. Let's see if we can't bring up the camera here and figure out what the hell happened there to Seth. Let's go back to our previous crash here. Back it up a little bit, and let's ride on board with Seth. Oh, a little bit of netcode there with the 6 of Brandon Proudfoot, and Seth is one of he has the worst luck when it comes to netcode. But there you see, I mean, you just come out of 3 and 6 comes down a little bit. Yeah, just bad netcode right there. And then the poor 28 of Zach McBride. Let's see if we can ride on board in his car. He's just, coming off turn 3 here. Minding his own business, riding in the back. You see smoke in front of you. And then there's a 17 car. And then he's in the catch fence up against the wall. So.
And that could have been a lot worse if the 17 car Seth comes up the track a little sooner than that. There was about 4 or 5 cars who barely squeezed by there on the right side.
Yeah, that was very, very close there, but really unfortunate for the 28 of Zach McBride. He's had some really bad luck lately, unfortunately. But let's see.
Both of those cars should use their fast repair and return to action, but
absolutely,
definitely a long way to go here for Seth Wansing. Get back to the front and Zach McBride. Now, if you're the 32 of Dale Markowski, if you took 2, is this a chance to come in and take a little bit fresher tires? Take 2? Do you stay out?
I think he's gonna stay out, but we'll see. We'll see what
Can
old
these
Dale
drivers
does.
make it to the way?
Oh, Noah's pitting. They're all pitting.
Might need some more fuel here.
Yeah, they actually all came down pit road other than Thomas Andrews in the 2. Edward Marshall, Bianca, and Tristan Catania all stayed out here under this caution. So, I tell you what, while we have a minute, Thomas Andrews didn't pit, so let's get a word with Thomas Andrews and see what he has to say on his strategy here. Thomas Andrews, this is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Well, you stayed out. Some strategy? Question mark? Question mark? What do you think in that 2 car?
I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest with you, because pretty sure I can make it from here, and we ran like a lap on those tires, so it doesn't really make sense why they pit. But I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't. Maybe the fuel's gonna fall off here, and I'm not gonna be able to make it. But I think I will. So see what happens.
Well, you're definitely in the catbird seat right now, but you do have that 48 car in 4th, so be careful. He's known for some shenanigans, so just warning you.
Yeah, I mean he's gotten me a couple times, but after last week I can't talk smack about anybody. So
hey, it's a new week, it's a new day. We already forgot about last week, so good luck to you, buddy. I know y'all are choosing this time, so I'll let you go, but hey, try and go win this thing.
Thanks, bud.
Alright, see you. Alright, well, Thomas Andrews said he didn't know what they were thinking. I kind of agree with him. I mean, you only had really 1 lap, unless, like you said, Withers, I mean, if they're worried about fuel, I could see coming down, topping off just to be safe. But Thomas Andrews thinks he can make it, and he's one of the best. I mean, me, him, and
that's
you.
What I was gonna say.
The 3 of us
in that
love
breath,
fuel mileage.
Yeah, if he thinks he can make it, who am I to say he won't? Like if he feels confident he's gonna make it, then I truly believe that he will. And he starting P1, a little bit of a buffer before you get back to Fetter Place and Belleville. Can he break away enough to get out of the draft? give him some, give him something to chase down. If you're Tommy, I think you got to go and try to get as far away now as you can.
Absolutely is. Now it looks like John Smeal has retired from the race. He turned more than his 10%, so he got 16th place. It looks like Seth is now being shown as 1 lap down, so obviously maybe he forgot to check his fast repair, or maybe he didn't want to use his fast repair, and now unfortunately paying the price as he is being shown 1 lap down. So 14 cars now on the lead lap. Zach McBride obviously must have taken his fast repair. He's catching the field now. But 14 cars here with only 19 to go when they go green. It's gonna be a hell of a race, a hell of a restart. So I'm gonna go get a beer real quick because I'm ready to watch this shit.
Fair enough. Yeah, to give a little clarity on Seth, I believe he blew up and did not quite make it back to his pit stall. Had to tow a few pit boxes away. I was watching him ask for a push, but he was to the left side of the pit boxes, so nobody could give him a push. I think that's why he went a lap down.
Bummer for
Seth
Seth
Lawson.
Lawson.
He is the lucky dog right now.
Very true.
Top 10 of Thomas Andrews, Edward Marshall, Tristan Catania, Bianca, Melville, Proudfoot, Austin Mongol, Dale Markowski, and Matthew Leiter as they go green, lap 27.
Yep, going green once again here at Pocono. 19 laps remaining here in tonight's race as Thomas Andrews is your race leader. Tristan Catania trying to make his car 4 lanes wide as he goes into turn 1. Edward Marshall goes way up the track, so does the 48, but Thomas Andrews is checked out to a 4/10 of a second, 5/10 now over second place, and he is rooting for Tristan Catania right now to hold up the rest of the field as he just pulls away in that 2 car.
Yes. He broke away. This is exactly what he wanted to see, the 48-16. Probably holding them up a little bit. Noah's also struggling here on the outside. They're not making too much ground.
Yeah, they are 2 by 2 back there trying to battle for second and third. With only 18 to go here at Pocono. The 2 car has pulled away to almost a second lead over the 48 of Tristan Catania. And he is solidly in second right now, but still battling with Edward Marshall, Bianca, and Noah Belleville. Oh, that was...
The 3 car, Noah Belleville had to check up, open the door a little bit for the 34 of Brandon Fetter place. But it looks like Noah's kind of stalled back there in 5th place. Tommy just keeps rocking it away. They're catching him a little bit here as they get single file.
Yeah, as they get single file, they'll get some draft, especially on these front straightaways, but still a second lead right now for Thomas Andrews with only 17 to go. Now the 16/78 of Edward Marshall making his way around the 48. Bianca's going to follow suit, and Noah Belleville will be right behind him. So now Edward Marshall can kind of set his sights to Thomas Andrews, but everybody else is pretty much single file throughout this field so far.
Yeah, and if you are deeper in the pack, a Noah Belleville, Brandon Fetter place, when do you start laying the bumper? See if they're going to keep battling themselves to death, then Tommy's just keep on driving away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can tell the aggression's definitely gotten turned up.
Oh yes, it is turned up to 11 now. As Thomas Andrews still your race leader by about 1.1 seconds right now over Edward Marshall. And like he said, they really didn't have that much wear on their tires, so now it just kind of swaps over to fuel. Oh,
48 car,
Catania.
to the wall.
That's big
pile up further in the pack.
Big wreck, yep. 32 of Dale Markowski is going to get the short end of the stick there as he's missing his entire front end. Front clip, hood, everything is gone.
I believe Austin Mongol is involved in that too.
Yep.
It was between the 34 car Brandon Fetter place and interesting tire test.
And that is not what the 2 car of Thomas Andrews wanted to see because he was checked out there and now he's got to completely start over. But now it's a interesting question here. Do you pit, and get tires, or do you stay out and keep track position? I mean, they had probably about 5 or 6 laps on that run of tires, so it's gonna be interesting to see what everyone does here when pit lane opens.
Yeah, and it looks like they were given 4 total sets of tires this race, so most people would have taken 1 set at the end of stage 1. So I would think they have at least 2 sets, probably 2 to 3 sets left.
Yeah.
So I think they can afford to pit here, but Thomas Andrews, even Dale Markowski to an extent proved that tires, at least with only a couple laps, doesn't really matter that much. So maybe 2 tires is the call here.
Absolutely is. Seth Wansing should be getting the lucky dog as long as he was not involved in that wreck which it didn't look like he was, but so we'll see if Seth gets his lap back. That'll put 15 cars on the lead lap, and there's only 15 cars out here racing right now, so with Smeal, Patrick Allen, and Jerry LeGrand all out of this race. So that should put 15 cars on the lead lap with 15 laps remaining here as we'll see who comes down pit road. It looks like the 2 stays out. Oh, that's big. That is a big deal there because...
And it looks like pretty much everybody else.
Yep. The 18, it looks like the 18 of Alyssa Sharp stays out. So you have 2 cars that stay out. Everyone else pits. And whether it's for 4 tires or just a splash of fuel, you don't have that same buffer that Thomas Andrews had last time. And that's a little scary if I'm the 2 or the 18 car. Let's see actually if we can't get a word with Alyssa Sharp real quick. Sometimes her audio's messed up, but we'll see if we can't get a quick word with her. Alyssa Sharp, this is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
All right, cool. Just making sure your audio was working and all that. But, well, you and Thomas Andrews stay out with coming to 13 to go. What's the play? You feel like your tires are good enough to get you to the end and be competitive, or you just hoping for calamity behind you?
Well, I took tires actually the second caution when the big death happened on the front stretch. I accidentally used my second set, and we'd only done 3 or 4 laps, so they're still good. So I can still save a set till later, and I have enough fuel to make it. More certain now that the cautions come out.
Absolutely.
Which I also narrowly avoided.
Yeah.
So it's just a fuel play with a potential to have a sneaky 4 tire change or even take right sides if there's a final caution.
Well, good deal. Well, you're up there in second, so I know y'all are coming to the choose cone, so good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race. Try and go get that win.
Yeah, I need revenge for Iowa.
Yeah, checkers or wreckers.
That's alright.
All right, so she's good. She changed tires. She's got enough fuel. So, see, that's something that I think that Thomas Andrews didn't do that last caution. Obviously, he stayed out, where Alyssa came down that last caution and got tires. So she actually has a little bit fresher tires than Thomas Andrews. And that's going to be interesting to watch how that plays out.
Yeah, I like the call the first time through the first caution for the 2 car of Thomas Andrews. This time around, it makes me a little more nervous.
Yeah.
A little more laps on the tires. Maybe that lead felt really good there, and he thinks he can do it. But again, I guess you're kind of, as the leader, you don't know what everybody behind you is going to do anyway. And there was some fakery going on, and I think Tommy was hoping he could get a couple people to stay out. Now he's really going to have to buckle those seat belts tight and try to defend this lead.
Yes, he is, as he is current race leader. Obviously, we saw most everyone come down pit road. Looked like everyone got 4 tires. So if Thomas Andrews would have came down, got 4 tires, he would have still been in the lead, but had fresh tires. Well, he would have been second. Alyssa stayed out, but we'll see how it works out for these front two. I feel like they're potentially going to get eaten alive here, but we'll see what happens here. They'll only have 12 to go.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So even Alyssa was talking about pitting and then taking a sneaky set of forward. We've just seen how hard it is to pass. So it seems like you're going to need more than 10 laps to get back up to the front.
Oh yeah, I think track position is key now, and I think that's what Thomas Andrews was thinking. But it's one of those things where you're the leader. It's hard to make that decision because whatever you do, everyone else is going to do opposite. As we're back green flag racing, 12 to go here. 2-car goes up high. The 17 already making moves back there in the back. He's back on the lead lap, trying to get back up here to battle for the win.
I was just about to say, don't forget about 7. He's going to push it hard.
And you know he's got fresh tires. Oh, got one spinning off turn 1. Couldn't see who that was, but just one car. It looks like Zach McBride in the 28, so we're going to keep it green here. Thomas Andrews got not as much of a lead. Oh, Noah Belleville's almost up under and turning. The
Trouble
6.
in the back of the field. Seth Wansing hard into the inside wall.
And that, I don't think that's going to be... Oh, it is a caution. Yep, Seth is involved. There we see Seth.
Mark Delia's in it too.
Mark Delia. The number 22 Presidential Racing car involved. So caution flies here. They'll be coming to 10 to go. So it's now down to single digits here. Zach McBride got really lucky because he spun it coming off turn 1 and the caution did not fly. But then it looked like the 22 and the 17 got together. That is the 4th caution of tonight's race. But been a pretty quick race. I mean, only been racing for about 40 minutes so far. 22, you can see missing his back deck lid. So assuming the 17 probably got into the back of him or somebody hit him. But 17 car actually looks pretty good so far.
He hit the wall pretty hard on the inside. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have some sort of damage to the motor. But
Yeah.
he doesn't have a faster repair left either, so I know he's going to try to do a shoot out there.
We'll have to keep an eye on the 17 of Seth Wansing. See if he has... Maybe he kept that fast repair. Again, like we said, he blew his motor, so we're pretty sure he took that fast repair. Had to go, went a lap down, so... Doesn't look like a lot of cosmetic damage on the 17, but again, with these cars, sometimes it doesn't look as bad as it actually is. So we'll have to keep an eye on the 17, see what he does. But only coming to 10 to go, I would doubt you would see anybody coming down pit road. Thomas Andrews fakes it, but doesn't. Mongold comes down. Looks like Jonathan Adams. Matthew Leiter stays out. So there's a few. Mongold, Adams, Delia, and Wansing, all 4 come down pit road. Everybody else is going to stay out. So we'll see how this goes here with only 10 to go.
I was just thinking if that caution helped or hurt Thomas Andrews in the 2-car, and I think it probably is a wash, but it looks like we'll have better play starting 3rd, Noah starting 5th. So those are going to be the 2 cars probably behind him when they take they inch a little closer. Cautions, big cautions. One more caution, they're going to be a row behind, and then we'll really see how much tires play a factor.
Absolutely. They'll be coming to 9 to go this time. I choked on my beer, so I'm dying over here, but we're all good, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's see if we can get a word with Brandon Fetterplace real quick here before they go back green. Brandon Fetterplace, this is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
Man, you're running 3rd. Got Choose Cone coming up here next time around. Tell us about your strategy. Obviously, the 2 cars in front of you have a little bit older tires. We saw you were really good on the long run in that first stage. What do you think that 34 car's got for those 2 cars in front of you?
I'm just out here trying to have fun. I think we might have something for them, but I'm not sure yet. I got lucky on first stage. Noah and Seth were racing each other pretty hard. They burn up their stuff, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for kind of a similar result, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Well, you only got 9 to go. You'll be taking the green flag. It looks like somebody's wrecking on choose because, that's very difficult to do is to, choose at Pocono. But anyway, you'll be coming to 8 to go. So good luck, buddy, and hopefully we talk to you after the race and try and go win this thing.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate it.
All right. See you, buddy.
Later.
All right. I almost put him in the wrong chat, but I didn't. And I think I'm not choking on my beer anymore, so we should be good for the last 8 laps.
Yep, 8 to go. Just a little field rundown for us. Thomas Andrews, Alyssa Sharp, Brandon Fetterplace, Brandon Proudfoot, Noah Belleville, Del Markowski, Bianca, can't pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. Tanya, Edward Marshall, Matthew Leiter, Zach McBride, Mark Dela, Austin Mongold, Jonathan Adams, and Seth Wansing. That's your top 15. John Smill, Patrick Allen again out of the race. You hate to see it. Watching from home. Thank you for the viewage.
Thank you for the viewage.
Everybody watching at home, thank you for the viewage.
Smill actually asked me, do I ever get tired of having to fix that damn 22 car? Yes, Smill, I do. The 22 car is the equivalent of the luck that I have in A squared. Mark Delia has that same luck here Friday night. The 22 car is involved in every wreck, and it's never his fault. So, yeah, presidential racing is, we may have to sell a football team or something to afford continuing to race here in Ignition, but he's going to get him a damn win. I guarantee it. He's got it in him, so.
They're coming to the line here, green flag. We'll try to keep an eye on 3 car here, see if he makes some aggressive moves. He's good for it.
Oh yeah, you see the 2 car always same move. Gets going, goes up to the high side so he can kind of diamond that corner into turn 1 and does a really good job there. I think that 6 car has some speed. Oh, the 74's wrecking, 83's involved. 22's in it again. That's some more money we got to spend over here at Presidential Racing Garage. I don't think it was too bad. Maybe we can just get him a new hood or something. But Thomas Andrews, I know he's frustrated, just trying to get this damn thing finished. I mean, I haven't been there very often, but when you're in the lead and you are so close to getting that white flag and everybody just keeps wrecking, it is very, very frustrating.
If you're Thomas Andrews, you don't mind seeing these laps tick down. You have guys with fresher tires right behind you, but you also know that your car is pretty good and you can defend for at least a short period of time if you have to. So, I think a 3-4 lap shootout would be in the 2's best interest, especially with Fetter Place and Noah still in 4th and 5th place.
Absolutely. And they'll be coming to 6 to go. Now the next question, is obviously there's 3 green, white checkered attempts. If they run all 3 attempts, does the 2 car have enough fuel to make it to the end?
That's a good question.
Yeah, obviously, I know Thomas Andrews. I know he's saving right now, saving as much as he possibly can. But when you fuel that car up, you're not expecting to have 3 green, white checkers. And based off how everyone's driving, it looks like that may be what happens. But we'll have to keep an eye on the 2 car, and hopefully he has enough fuel to make it back to the start-finish line. But that 6 car looks awfully fast right now, and I'm thinking that 6 car, in his debut tonight here in the ARCS Ignition Series. I think he wants that win just as much as Thomas Andrews does.
Right. I mean, it's another thing when you have these guys who run. Oh, as we see people maybe coming down pit road here.
Yeah, nope.
They faked. They faked it.
Faked it bad. Back half of the field definitely came down pit road, pretty much 10th back all the way to 15th. Comes down, I mean, no brainer there. I mean, if you come down in 10th and get 4 fresh tires, you'll easily be able to gain, 3 or 4 spots here if they can keep it green. If not, it's kind of useless. But top 10 stay out, or top 9, I'm sorry, stay out. So that'll be fun to watch. That'll be a lot of calamity back there in the back half of the field.
Yeah, I think it was most of the people that were damaged in the last couple cautions with Mark Vila, Matthew Whiter, Austin Montes, Edward Marshall, and Jonathan Adams all on pit road.
Yep.
That's the good thing about Pocono, you get in a wreck that you can come down and spend 45 seconds fixing it and not go a lap down. So
Very true, yeah. It's not a
flop.
That's like Bristol, man. It's so hard because it's such a short track and you're there's so many wrecks that you can't even really fix your damage at Bristol before you're already about to go a lap down. But here at Pocono, you really, like you said, I mean, you have a full 40-50 seconds that you can repair damage before you even start to go a lap down. So that's a good thing for people that have damage, but obviously not, you never want damage, but at least a bigger track, it's a little bit easier to manage.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword here because, of course, the bigger the track, the more horsepower and aero you're going to want.
Yep.
So it's easier to go off the pace here. Man, even in our SNS Truck Series, I'd love to take the series to shorter tracks like a South Boston or a Southern National, but pitting becomes so difficult with the short tracks. It would be really hard to do, I think, without doing some sort of like heat style racing.
Yeah, absolutely is. Looks like they're coming to the choose cone this time. The 2 is going to go bottom. A lot of late, looked like some potentially late choose cones there, but I think everything is okay. So the 2 car is going to be on the inside. The 6 is going to be on the outside. And again, the 2 is chosen the bottom pretty much every time. And the reason for that, for those that don't know, he has control of the restart. So when they get to the restart zone, he can decide when he goes, and it gives him an advantage. It gives him a jump on that 6 car, and then he can kind of go up in front of the 6 car going into turn 1, and it gives him a really good run. He doesn't have to worry about people being on his outside. So that's why he's chosen the inside as many times as he has.
Yeah, and coming to 4 to go, I believe, when they take the green. I think 6 cars is primed here to be in a better position than most of the other cars that have been on the outside row. He's shown probably the most pace, a little more pace than the 18 when the 18 was up there. So Noah's also up top. He's going to want to stay up top and probably hope to challenge even in the turn 2. And it's going to be a race between the 2, the 18, Noah, and the 34. He's not out of it either. So it's going to be a good race here towards the finish if they can keep it green.
Yep. If they keep it green, it's going to be a hell of a finish. I don't know that they will be able to do that, but they're going to give it everything they got here as the 2 car will be bringing them back to the green flag here. There will only be 4 laps to go. So if another caution flies, more than likely, that's going to put us in the first green-white checkered attempt. Seth Wansing has caught back up to the field in 14th. Green flag out here with 4 to go at Pocono.
Aggressive moves here already going down the front stretch into lines. They go 3 wide.
2 car does the same exact thing. Gets up high. Oh, the 6 turns down into 18, but they keep it going straight. Oh, the 18 and the 3 now.
Battling with a great run off the corner here.
Oh, 18's hard into the
clear.
wall. That's 2, I think.
It's 2, but they might be able to keep it straight, unfortunately for them.
We'll see. It looks like we're going to stay green
One
for now.
sideways, yeah.
It was the 18 of Alyssa Sharp and the 16 or /74 of Edward Marshall. We're going to keep it green, it looks like, so no caution. The 2-car still your race leader with 3 laps remaining, but that 6 and that 3 are all over the 2 of Thomas Andrews. He's got to do a lot of blocking and a lot of protecting here to try and win this race.
Yeah, and remember, folks, he's doing this on older tires by at least, I would say, 7 or 8 laps. So he's got his hands full, but Moldy 3-car Noah Belleville's also digging really hard, and he lost a little bit of time to them too as they go down the long pond.
Yeah, he went way high in turn 1 there, almost hit the wall, but was able to keep it off the wall. So he's still 3rd, but he is driving that thing. But right now, Thomas Andrews is doing better than everyone else. You can see he goes high in turn 3 and kind of turns it down where the 6 stays low almost the whole corner. But we got 2 to go here at Pocono. The 2-car is going to go way down low. 6 is going to stay high. The 3 actually went with the 2 a little bit. That's teammates. As Tristan Catania is trying to wreck the 57 of Bianca. He just doesn't quite make it happen, but he was trying his best there.
Yeah, all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. You know, he's probably not going to be too happy with that, but couldn't quite get back to her going into 1 to say anything about it.
Yep. And it is pretty much the 2 and the 6 right now going through the tunnel turn. They are sideways, and the 2 is going to stay on the inside. The 6 is going to have a run on the outside. Oh, the 2 blocks the nose. 6 crosses him over. 2 goes way up the track, and that's going to hurt Thomas Andrews, but he's going to get a good run, and he's got Noah Belleville, his teammate, behind him, and that is the white flag. So no more cautions. This will be the last lap here tonight at Pocono as they are 3 wide. Oh, they turn. Oh, Noah turned. Noah turned the 6.
Left rear the 6.
Yep.
Into Thomas Andrews in the 2. You hate to see it.
Oh, man.
The 34
really
car looking to capitalize, taking the lead on the 3rd one.
Now does the 3 put the bumper to the 34 of Brandon Fetterplace as, oh, the 57 and the 48 get together now.
Nothing to chance here. Everybody giving it everything they can. If you're Noah, you got to be feeling a little bad about what happened, but you also want to win the race.
Yep.
Doesn't look like he's going to have anything to say about it, though, as Brandon Fetterplace comes off turn 3 to win the race.
Brandon Fetterplace gets the win in his debut here at the ARCS Ignition Series. Thomas Andrews crosses the line in 6, missing his front clip. Noah Belleville comes home in 2nd. Bianca Constantiniu, I'm going to hope that's right, comes home in 3rd. Tristan Catania 4th. Zach McBride 5th. Matthew Leiter 7th. Dale Markowski 8th. Mark Delia, after me having to pay $1 million in repair fees, comes home 9th. And Jonathan Adams rounds out the top 10. Unfortunately, Brandon Proudfoot in that 6-car comes home 11th. Seth Wansing 12th. Really bad breaks for both of those drivers. They were fast all night long, just didn't quite have enough and didn't have the luck. But yeah, that 3-car just looked like he turned hard left into the 6, and that turned the 6 up into the 2-car of Thomas Andrews, and that's pretty much all it took. So tough break for Thomas Andrews. He had a really fast car and had a chance to win that thing, just didn't quite make it. All right, so top 3 are getting pictures here at the start-finish line. Again, Brandon Fetterplace gets the win. Noah Belleville 2nd. Bianca comes home in 3rd. Tristan Catania 4th. Zach McBride rounds out the top 5. So we'll be right back here in just a moment with our top 3 interviews. Stay tuned. We will talk to Brandon Fetterplace, Noah Belleville, and Bianca Constantiniu. I gotta ask her how to say her name. I can't. I can't say her name. But we'll be back here in just a moment with our top 3 interviews. Back live with our top 3 interviews. We will start with 3rd place, Bianca. Bianca, this is Ryan Pinnell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah. Hi.
Well, you came home 3rd. We really didn't talk a whole lot about you most race, but you came back at the end and avoided some of the mayhem and came home in 3rd. So tell us about your race and how you made it happen.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what there is to say. Just driving a safe race, not really pushing too hard, and I wasn't really expecting to be in this position at the end. I was getting kind of frustrated because I pitted and so did Noah Belleville, and I was expecting that we would sort of cut through the field a bit on the fresher tires, but they kept not going green, and we kept getting cautions and everything. But in the end, it was pretty good, I guess. Yeah.
Well, absolutely. I mean, like I said, you were up front. You were in the top 10 most of the race, but to come home and finish 3rd, it was a great race, and shout out to you, and if you have any sponsors, friends, family you want to shout out, the floor is yours.
Oh, my mom once again, because 15-year-olds shouldn't be up at 5 a.m. racing, but here we are. Anyway, yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, good race, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Thank you. All right, that was Bianca. Now we'll bring in Noah Belleville. Withers, I'll let you take his interview.
Yeah. This is Tommy. You got a copy?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hey, man. Congratulations on your second place finish. Got a couple questions for you, though. First, tell us about your race and walk us through stage one. You pretty much led almost all the laps there in stage one, kind of faded at the end there. What kind of happened at the end of stage one?
Yeah, I was pretty quick. I was kind of cruising there at the beginning, but I hit the wall coming out of two, and it just killed my straightaway speed and made me really tight. I dropped the brake bias as far as I could, but it was still just plowing, and that gave me about 12 seconds of repairs, and I never wanted to use my fast repair on that, so I just tried to do as much in the pits, but I kept taking 4 tires, so I could never really fix it. So I was kind of just stuck with it the whole race, and it just made it really hard for me to get back up there to the front.
Was tires that big of a deal?
Yeah, they were pretty. Well, it was just kind of weird because all week I was practicing in like the official sessions, and they were running like in the evening, so the track was super hot and it was really slick. So I was kind of used to that, and then we get to here and it's sunrise. So the track was pretty cold and a lot more grip and a lot more tight. You couldn't really drive it off the right rear anymore. And so it took a bit to adjust that. But the tire fall off was about half a second after 3 laps. So there was definitely a lot of fall off. Tire saving was definitely a big deal, but I just could never save tires with that damage because of how tight it was making me.
I gotcha, and I guess I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you what happened going into turn one there, that last lap.
Yeah, that sucked. I got a huge run off of turn 3 and coming to the white flag. And Tommy's my teammate, so we're in the chat together, and I asked him, I was like, should I make it through wide? I got a big run. And he's like, you do what you gotta do. I was like, alright. So I went to go inside 3 wide, and I think it was a 6 car blocked it, so I went middle. And I held my line. I was even kind of going up a little bit, and they just kept creeping up and creeping up, and I was like, alright. And carry that momentum the next week.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next week indeed.
Yep.
Alright, that was Noah Belleville, your second place finisher. And now we will bring Brandon Fetterplace up here. Brandon, this is Ryan Pennell in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do. How's it going?
Oh man, it's going great. How are you doing? I'm assuming probably pretty damn good after winning this race. Tell us about your race and how you made it happen and brought that bad boy home P1.
Well, like I said, I mean, in stage one, I realized that I actually had something in stage one. During practice, I wasn't so sure. I kind of just didn't want to take any full-time drivers out and ruin their championship, bids. So, I started realizing that Noah was burning up his tires, Seth was burning up his stuff, and I let them race, and it happened to work out for me. And then at the end there, the seas just parted. I mean, I was getting frustrated with the choosing because people were choosing so late. I just feel like if you're gonna, go to the front, you should probably choose. It shouldn't. You should just choose. There's no need to wait to the very last second. But hey, that's just me. But other than that, I mean, people started wrecking and getting overly aggressive, and I just got lucky, I guess.
Well, absolutely, yeah. I mean, you definitely got a little lucky. The 3 and the 6 made contact, and that kind of took the 6 and the 2 out, and then the 3 had to slow down, and there you were in the lead. So, hey, sometimes luck falls in our favor, and that's how it worked out for you tonight. So hell of a drive and hell of a race. Anybody you want to shout out, any sponsors, friends, or family, the floor is yours.
I appreciate it. Thanks to Ignition for letting me in here, let me run a little bit with yous, and thanks to Lime Power, obviously. I race for Lime Power in the A squared. So Alyssa for Lime Power. I wish she'd have finished up here. I know she got into some bad luck there. And hey, I'm just happy to be here. So thanks to you for putting on the broadcast, and I can't wait to race against you tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'll probably be in the fence somewhere, but we'll see what happens.
You say that, and you're gonna end up winning. Watch.
No, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Well, hell of a race, buddy, and hell of a win. It's hard to do even over here on Friday nights. It's a lot of competition. So hell of a race, hell of a win, and I'll see you Sunday night.
Hell yeah, man! I'm ready. That was pretty fun. This is a very tough group, and like I said, I just got lucky. So I'm ready for Sunday. Let's get after it.
Absolutely. Well, good race, and I will talk to you later, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was our race winner, Brandon Fetterplace. Withers, throw it to you. Give us a short little recap, and I'll close this thing out, and maybe we can go play a couple Madden games here before we go to bed tonight. And Withers is not here.
Sorry about that. I am here. It was
His mic is muted again.
It was a good race. A clean race at the beginning, a little choppy at the end. We saw drivers fight really hard, but it was a day where ultimately Brandon Fetterplace, the A squared regular, comes home with the victory, and no Belleville extends his point lead.
Absolutely. Yep, it was a very good race. Really only a handful of cautions. Most of them there at the end, which is kind of, you kind of expect that, especially at Pocono with some of the longest straightaways really in NASCAR racing. And then, tight turns after those long straightaways. So I feel like everybody did a really good job. Shout out to Smeal coming home 16th. I know he was running that Noah Belleville setup tonight with the controller, and he just didn't quite have the speed that Noah had. So it just shows that Noah Belleville knows what he's doing on that controller. It's not easy. So shout out to Patrick Allen.
Yeah, I'll have his hands full next week at Road America, turning left and right also.
Yeah, there you go. That's where it gets tough. Shout out to Patrick Allen Jr. for turning 5 laps out of the 45, and then, immediately disconnecting and going and playing another game. So you love to see that. But overall, a great race. Appreciate everybody tuning in. It looks like our stream actually restarted right before interviews because bad storms out. So I'm actually surprised I still have power at this point. But great racing. We'll be back next Friday night. I think that they are at Road America, so that's going to be fun for some of these drivers and miserable for others. So we will bring you the coverage here on ARCS Racing Networks. Was not able to do any flight sim stuff Sunday, so I'll try and fire the old plane up on Sunday and fly over Pocono. It's a beautiful track, a beautiful area, so we'll try and get a little flight sim going on Sunday. Might even do it tomorrow. We'll see, but just stay tuned whenever I go live. Come hang out with us, drink some beers, chat with us. We have a lot of fun when we stream. So Withers, appreciate you coming out. It was a lot of fun. It's always way more fun to have a buddy up here in the booth with me. So thank you for coming and helping, and we'll
yeah, man, will not be my last time here for sure.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I loved it. Loved having you. And I got a Madden game I got to play after this, so I'm excited to get that going. And then we'll that's really what I should do. I should start streaming my Madden games to ARCS Racing Network. I just have to be really careful that I actually win, so that people don't make fun of me when I lose to a computer. But because you beat the computer by like 60, 70 points. I'm taking them to overtime. Just barely squeaking by. So
That would have to
we
be
might do
MA
that.
for sure. MA
Yeah.
for me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, all of our streams are, so that's why I curse and say bad words and so yeah, definitely our streams are not designed for kids. They're rated M for mature. But who knows? Maybe we'll stream our Madden game tonight. We'll see what happens. But appreciate everybody tuning in and everybody that raced and everybody that watched and commented. We will be back next Friday night for ARCS Ignition at Road America, if I remember correctly, and if I'm not, then we'll be somewhere. Who knows? It'll be at a racetrack. So that's all I got. I'm gonna go get some more beer. I'm gonna get drunk and play some Madden, and we'll try this all again next Friday night. So until we talk to y'all again, make sure y'all stay on that loud pedal.